What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment. Yes, I am still alive. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I thought this would be the best time for me to, get started with this again. Like I said, I know it's been a minute. I haven't posted a video since um, the beginning of the year, but expect more videos from me. I'm going to be, you know, the season is right around the corner, so I'm going to be doing a preview video and all that good stuff coming up shortly. But what I wanted to talk about is, what happened, within, the last couple of days. Would have did it a little bit earlier, but I've just been busy working and stuff like that and just didn't have the opportunity to talk about it. But now I have the time, so I just wanted to share my thoughts about the whole verdict and everything like that. Uh, you know, it's interesting. Uh, I'm not going to be one of the people that going to sit here and pound the table and say, I knew that this was going to be the result. I'm not going to be that guy. But there were some telltale signs that no hammer was coming. So, you had a lot of YouTube channels and fan bases that were insistent that the hammer was coming, Michigan was going to get crushed, we were going to vacate games, our national title was going to be stripped away from us, all that good stuff. And I just didn't see it coming. That much I didn't see coming. But, shout out to, you know, channels like Buckeye Scoop that, you know, force fed and lied to their fans about the sources that they had, about how the hammer was coming, and constantly pounding that for the last year and a half, saying that their sources were telling them this and that, and come to find out that none of that's true. So I always felt that was interesting. But I kind of knew that nothing major was coming. First of all, I didn't think that we were going to lose our national title. The moment that the college football president came out and said that Michigan won the national title fair and square, once he made that statement, like, what were they going to do? Were they going to go back on it and retract his statement? Was he going to? He never came back and said, you know what, I misspoke and, anything like that. That's once that statement came out, that was a wrap as far as the national title goes. So, up until that point, on Friday, I wasn't even worried about that, not even concerned with that. But I feel as though that I'm not going to say that anything was vindicated or anything like that, but I feel as though it lets people know how, the committee felt about the true gravity of what happened. Now, this is just my opinion or anything like that, but if they felt that it was more serious than what the verdict ended up being, they would have done what they said the rival fan bases were going to do and thrown the book at us. I always felt that things were blown out of proportion with that, and people were making a bigger deal about how big a deal this was than it really was. And I think I've said in previous video, I'm not gonna sit here and say that we were not guilty of doing certain things, but don't act as though this was just Michigan just did this and nobody else was doing anything like that, and we're just the bad guys and nobody else, period, was doing anything nefarious, because that is not the case. I'm sure there's tons of programs out there doing similar things. And the thing that always killed me is people, I watch videos and people would be commenting about how evil and how much of cheating that Michigan was doing because we were stealing signs. And I feel that just so used to always kill me because it was just so ignorant as far as why they were upset. I feel like a whole lot of people were upset at the whole sign stealing thing and not even knowing that the issue was not about sign stealing but about advanced scouting. So, you know, I feel as though not only that, but it just, how could I put this? I feel deep down that the committee didn't want to, and some people are saying that Michigan was too big of a brand to throw the book at. And that might be true to an extent, but I don't know how deep that goes. But it does say that when it's all said and done at the end of the day, that whatever reach and power that the NCAA has just shrunk down and down and down and down. And this might be their last hurrah. Because, I mean, at this point in time, if it's true that the conferences have more say and more power than what the NCAA does, then what is the point of them? So it'll be interesting to see going forward the next scandal, what happens, who is the one that is pushing the buttons and pressing the issue. That'll be interesting to see. I mean, as far as the punishment goes, I'm not going to say it's a nothing burger, but it is definitely not a hammer. I'm not even going to say it's something in between, but I would say it's in between being in between a nothing burger and just being in between, if that makes any sense. The fine is significant. The recruiting stuff is, the show cause stuff is no big deal. Harbaugh's gone. Connor Stallions, how does that really affect Michigan football? Arnold Robinson, I mean, he's already been dismissed from the team for other stuff that he did that we want to get into. And Coach Moore, I mean, that's not really going to have any effect. Him being suspended for 3 games to this season, which was already the self-imposed stuff, plus 1 next year against Western Michigan, not really a big deal. I don't know. I mean, I know the rival fans are upset, calling conspiracy theories, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad that we can move on from this now and just focus on football. I am surprised that Michigan is appealing. I thought that they would just be like, let's just get this over with, take what it is, just move forward and just, let this be in the rearview mirror. But apparently they are appealing, I guess because of the amount of the fine. I don't know. Like I said, if that were me and I didn't get any postseason ban, I didn't get any vacated games, I didn't lose my national championship, I would have just been happy with whatever fine that they gave us and just moved on with it. But it is what it is. I mean, as a fan, I'm happy that things are over, because, I mean, this last year and a half has been, I mean, it's been stressful from the standpoint of just not knowing which way the NCAA was going to go, how it was going to affect um, just the program overall. I'm sure there was a lot of negative recruiting against us as far as, you know, coaches saying, oh, don't go to Michigan. They're going to get hammered and there's going to be all this stuff that's going to affect you, whether it be restriction in scholarships, you're not going to be able to play in the postseason. A whole lot of negative recruiting against us because all this was still looming and hanging over our heads. All that's gone now. So, it's all, it's mission accomplished. Let's go get it and let's just move on from it. So overall, I'm happy with, the results overall. Happy that nothing major came out of it, and we can just focus on football and move forward. So anyways, that's it for the video. Look out for a preview video from me. It should be coming probably sometime this week, just depending on how busy I am. And I'm really upset. I'm really excited for the upcoming season, and interested to see, how well this team will do. We lost a lot of dudes to the NFL, a lot of top end talent, that got drafted, but there's a lot of potential. That Alabama game and the results of that showed a lot of promise for the guys taking over for this season. So we'll see. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, made it this far, give a go blue in the comments. And let me know how you felt about the whole sign stealing thing. Let me know how you felt about the end result about it, about the Buckeye tears and the MSU crying and how they reacted to it. Let me know how you felt about all that in the comment section below. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, go blue.